England's 2026 Six Nations, a campaign of high hopes and historic disappointment. The 2026 Six Nations Championship promised much for Steve Borthwick's England, following an impressive streak of 11 consecutive Test victories across 2025. Many pundits and fans alike believed this was the perfect opportunity for England to claim their first championship title since 2020. With Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and Italy seemingly positioned as mere obstacles en route to a Grand Slam decider against France on Super Saturday, expectations were sky-high. Borthwick himself rallied his squad, urging them to position themselves to claim glory on the final day, yet, what followed was a campaign that defied expectations. England won just one of their 5 tests, marking the worst Six Nations performance in their history. The defeat saw England tumble from 3rd to 6th in the world rankings, leaving the Rugby Football Union and Borthwick with serious questions about the team's structure, preparation, and tactical approach as they look ahead to the inaugural Nations Championship. Six Nations summary: a promising start, then collapse. England's campaign opened at Twickenham against Wales, a fixture many saw as the ideal way to set the tone. England were in strong form coming off their Autumn Nations series, and the expectation was that they would assert themselves early. George Ford's reliable boot quickly opened the scoring with a penalty after just 2 minutes, signaling a dominant start for the hosts. England capitalized on Wales' indiscipline with 2 yellow cards. Henry Arundel scored a hat-trick within the first 35 minutes, while Ben Earl added his own try to put England 29-0 ahead at halftime. After the break, England extended their lead further with Tom Roebuck crossing for a 5th try, while a late penalty try and a Tommy Freeman score sealed a commanding 48-7 victory. At this point, it seemed England were on script for a Grand Slam tilt. But that momentum proved short-lived. Edinburgh Hoodoo strikes against Scotland has not been a happy hunting ground for England in recent years, with the last victory in Edinburgh coming in 2020. Round 2 saw England hoping to reverse that trend, but the match quickly slipped out of their grasp. Scotland took an early advantage thanks to a man-up after Arundel received a yellow card, scoring 3 early tries through Hugh Jones and Jamie Ritchie, while Finn Russell added points with the boot. England fought back with tries from Arundel and Ben White and a penalty from Ford, but a 20-minute red card to Arundel before halftime compounded their woes. Scotland controlled the match from there, securing a 31-20 victory, and England's early momentum was already faltering. Ireland, a second consecutive blow entering round 3, England still had title aspirations despite their loss to Scotland. But Ireland, under Andy Farrell, delivered a comprehensive early blow. Jack Crowley's boot opened the scoring, followed by tries from Jamison Gibson Park, Rob Bullocktown, and Tommy O'Brien to make it 22-0 within 30 minutes. Fraser Dingwall's try at the half provided some hope, but Ireland's second-half dominance, with Dan Sheehan and Jamie Osborne crossing, ensured England fell 42-21. The defeat effectively ended England's chances of claiming the championship. Italy, historic defeat. Round 4 brought England to Rome, where hopes of bouncing back were quickly dashed. Italy, led by Paolo Garbisi, opened the scoring, with England responding through Tommy Freeman and Tommaso Menincello trading tries. A late score by Roebuck gave England a 2-point halftime lead, but penalties and a last-minute try from Leonardo Marin handed Italy a famous 18-16 victory, marking their first-ever win over England in the Six Nations. England's campaign had now entered crisis mode. France, the narrow escape. Almost the final round saw England face France in a thriller. The match was a tri-fest, with 13 scores across both teams. Early points from Lewis Bealbyrie, Tom Roebuck, and Cadan Murley saw England in contention, with Ollie Chesham and Alex Coles adding further scores. France fought back, and despite late tries from Chesham, Marcus Smith, and Freeman, it came down to the final kick. Thomas Ramos' conversion won the championship for France, leaving England with a 48-46 defeat. Despite the improvement, it was a campaign to forget. Standout players, Earl and Freeman shine. England's season may have been poor overall, but there were individual performances worth noting. Ben Earl, England's number 8, emerged as the standout, dominating in the loose and tight, carrying consistently, and contributing significantly at the breakdown. His 94 carries and 270 meters gained were the most of any forward in the tournament, with 111 post-contact meters highlighting his physicality. Tommy Freeman, newly deployed at center, also impressed. His ability to gain meters and break tackles made him a consistent threat. Freeman made 301 meters, beat 19 defenders, and recorded 11 line breaks, proving instrumental in England's stronger performances against Wales and France. Other notable contributors included Henry Arundel, finishing third in the try-scoring charts with 4, and George Ford, the tournament's leading points scorer for England with 27 points, including 12 successful kicks. Scrum dominance amidst chaos. One of England's few consistent positives was their scrum. Despite missing key props Will Stewart, Asher Opokoforjur, and Finn Baxter, England's front row, led by Ellis, Genge and Joe Hayes, produced powerful and consistent performances. Their synergy allowed England to win penalties, gain territorial advantage, and provide a stable platform for attacks. It also highlighted the forward depth within Borthwick's squad, an encouraging note for future campaigns. Attack and defense. Where it went wrong, England's defense was under pressure throughout, largely due to the transition to a faster, wider attacking style across the championship. Opponents like France and Ireland exploited gaps in the defensive line, while Italy capitalized on errors in high ball coverage. The attack, meanwhile, struggled to adapt. England's kicking game, effective in 2025, faltered. Unlike France, who used kicks strategically to extend phases and unlock defenses, England's kicks often halted momentum. The lack of a coherent plan B and reliance on previous systems exposed limitations, especially when matches turned scrappy or fast-paced. Results at a glance: England 48-7 Wales, London, dominant start England 20-31 Scotland, Edinburgh, Calcutta Cup disappointment England 21-42 Ireland, London, heavy loss England 18-23 Italy, Rome. Historic defeat England 46-48 France, Paris, narrow heartbreak. The main regret entering the 2026 Six Nations, England were favourites for the title. The initial victory over Wales extended their winning streak to 12 tests, but the sudden regression was stark. Scotland, Ireland, and Italy exposed weaknesses in attack, while France capitalised in the final thriller. The team seemed like a shadow of the 2025 side, raising questions about tactical flexibility, squad depth, and mental resilience. Looking ahead, Borthwick now faces a challenging off-season. England must reassess attack strategies, build resilience in defence, and integrate emerging talent to avoid future collapses. Players like Freeman and Earl will be central to the team's evolution, while others must step up in areas such as decision-making under pressure, high ball coverage, and adaptive kicking. The upcoming Nations Championship and July tests, including clashes against the Springboks, will provide crucial opportunities to address shortcomings and restore confidence in Borthwick's regime. The key question remains: can England rebuild quickly, or will the 2026 Six Nations be remembered as a warning of what happens when expectations exceed execution?